I'm Mike, and today, should vegans supplement with B12? In the modern sterilized world, yes, vegans are at a greater risk of getting a B12 deficiency than the rest of the population. So they absolutely should take B12 supplements.
There's things you can smell and identify right away. Burning rubber's one of them. Oh, that's rubber. This is not that.
Tar and burning and...
It's a burning citrusy smell. I don't even know how to describe it. It smells like poop.
If you could bottle this up and give it to people to smell, they would pay you to take it away.
But one of the things that vegans do absolutely need to supplement is B12.
Everybody said, oh, the town of Tonawanda is a nice place to live. And it is. I mean, they have, a park and little stores and buses that go through or whatever,
I didn't know about the plants. I did notice them because they're maybe a mile or two away.
I've lived in Tonawanda my whole life. I didn't notice a difference until I went out to the West Coast and was sitting in San Diego on the beach and realized that, this is clean air. This is different.
It didn't take too long before every time it would smell bad, I'd look on the news to see which way the wind was coming from. I would drive around and hunt for the same smell. It was Tonawanda Coke.
The most commonly occurring deficiency for vegans is vitamin B12. Vitamin B12, also known as cobalamin, is an essential nutrient for the human body. Now B12, as you probably already guessed it, is not found in plant foods because plants do not produce B12.
This is where the air goes in this bag. It's called a Tedlar bag. You disconnect the bag and you send that off to a laboratory where they analyze the air in the bag.
I want to say maybe 15 years ago. I had headaches, but they were getting so bad that I finally went to the doctor, and he said, well, we don't see anything. I went through MRIs, MRAs.
I ended up going to a lung specialist, and I told her, about the burning sensation and how I've been sick, and I was told I have a tumor in my lower right lung. She goes, first of all, where do you live? I go in Kenmore. She goes, what street? And I go, Westgate. And she goes, you're by the Tonawanda Coke plant. I'm telling you to move.
If I go down the street I grew up on, there's maybe a handful of houses that have not had cancer. My son said to me, Mom, why did you stay? I said, what's the point in leaving now? I said, and if I just pick up and leave, who's going to stay and fight?
The smells have not stopped, and people reporting that they have not stopped on the Facebook are there on a regular basis. So it's still a problem.
And I really think that the health department should come in and start doing a little bit more, because there's people that are sick.
With my mom being sick and passing away, and knowing she was in the yard all the time, that she was gardening, that she was always breathing in that air because she was always outside in the summer, Did I really want to know that doubt in my head now? What if we never moved here? Would my mom still be here? It's a constant thought.
Now the Allegheny County Health Department monitoring the air for elevated levels of sulfur dioxide after another fire at the Clairton Coke Works jeopardized the plant's ability to stop damaging chemicals from seeping into the air that we breathe, especially the folks right around there.
Everything is in the normal range, but here you see B12. And by the way, this is the stereotypical vegan thing, and I have to apologize to you. I've been vegan 9 years. I'm taking B12 supplements, but this year, apparently, I was not good enough at taking them regularly enough. There have been periods of time where I've been working way too much, been super busy with work, haven't been able to take care of my health routines as much as I usually do. And the result is, as you see, B12 was actually a little bit low.
For the second time in 6 months, the focus of the Allegheny County Health Department and residents are on the Clairton Coke Works plant over air quality concerns.
And the first supplement I would recommend to anyone following a plant-based diet is, of course, B12. I'm sure most of you have heard of B12 before. It's the vitamin everyone makes fun of vegans for, like, oh, vegans can't get B12, your diet sucks.
Clairton, the armpit of the universe. And the title is starting to fit real good.
Those are strong words from Clairton residents and neighbors today as tensions flare over poor air quality. A coalition of residents and community groups gathered for a protest in downtown. They say the health department is not doing enough to crack down on pollution from the Clairton Coke Works.
If you want to be vegan, you could be vegan easily. Now, we can't talk about what deficiencies you could run into. The only key supplement you have to take is B12. You got to take it. Got to take it.
We're going to die if we don't get clean air fast.
People in the Mon Valley are fed up with bad air quality. They're calling on the Allegheny County Health Department to enforce regulations on U.S. Steel and its Clairton plant.
We all have a right to clean air, and we all want to be able to live in Allegheny County without worrying about risks from cancer or air pollution.
The protesters highlighted 3 recent pollution events in the area. A massive fire at the Clairton Coke Works Christmas Eve in 2018, another fire at the plant in June of 2019, and a weather-related poor air quality alert that was issued for parts of Allegheny County just last month.
B12, every single vegan should supplement for B12. Plants are not a good source.
Today, U.S. Steel announced it's going to work with the health department to predict when atmospheric conditions could trap pollutants, something known as an inversion. That happened last month.
It was so bad that when you opened your door, you could barely see outside, and it was bright daylight. And the odor and the stench really smelled bad.
Underestimating the importance of correct supplementation of vitamin B12 can nullify these benefits. Supplementation of vitamin B12 is required.
The Ohio River community of Avalon is still reeling from last month's news that it now has dirtier air than Clairton. And Clairton's air is ranked among the worst in the nation. But there is a group of citizens fighting back against the area's biggest polluter. Here's investigative reporter Jim Parsons with the story. Jim.
And Wendy, these volunteers are known as smoke readers. They've been at it for about 10 years now, but they have ramped up their efforts in recent months ever since our Action News investigation showed that the asthma rate among school children in Avalon and Bellevue is off the charts high.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled around, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch.
escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person. I deserve this, I just wanna break these chains. Always destined for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once that I so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started the outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
But in no way is this a fundamental flaw of the vegan diet.